Happy Arvo. Hello, thank you so much for joining me today. How are you? Today I'm going to react to what went down inside Australia's biggest police operation. It sounds pretty cool. I don't know exactly anything about the operation or what it was about. I'm about to learn that, I guess. And I love learning about different emergency services and police in Australia. It's all very fascinating. So this is the biggest police operation. And it's by A Current Affair, a small and up-and-coming YouTube channel. Go check them out. Link down below.
You're about to have a front row seat inside Operation Ironside as it unfolded. We've been given exclusive pictures of the sting. For the man behind the operation, AFP Assistant Commissioner Nigel Ryan, today was years.
So these are definitely like the highest ranking police, most highly sophisticated, trained, weaponized SWAT team type. Pretty cool.
In the making. He sat down with our crime editor, Simon Boda.
Oh, man.
Operation Ironside in full flight. Dramatic raids.
Wonder what this is about.
Most under the cover of darkness.
About drugs or...
Forced entries. Scaling high-rise apartments. Cutting through glass doors.
Isn't it crazy with drugs? I mean, some weird substances that people inject into themselves to make them act goofy and weird and feel good. How that culminates in this type of stuff. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of a weird world we live in. I don't even know if this is about drugs. Oh my God.
The amazing footage provided exclusively to A Current Affair. It was what police call the resolution phase of a 3-year operation. Thanks, Assistant Commissioner, for taking this time. Thank you.
Thank you, Simon.
Assistant Commissioner, can you tell me how big has this operation been?
This has been the biggest investigation and operation that the AFP's run in its 40-year history. We've had almost 4,500 law enforcement officials across the country working on this, and globally there's been about 9,000 police working on this job. For every 20 kilos of meth that you guys are stopping off the streets, you're saving a life.
Australian Federal Police Assistant Commissioner Nigel Ryan headed up the sting that
Sounded like he was alluding to drug trafficking.
tricked criminals around the world to use an app they thought allowed them to send secret messages.
This is probably
What?
one of the most technically difficult investigations that we've ever tried to.
Oh my God. The government is scary, huh? That's tricky. They tricked him with an app.
Accomplish.
It turned out the app did the exact opposite of what they wanted.
It took a computer whiz to come up with the complex scheme. I'm told its origins happened over a few beers, am I right?
That's correct. Look, the origin of this goes back to a couple of people in the AFP and a couple of people in the FBI.
Ironically, it was an alleged Mr. Big, Aussie fugitive Hakan Ayik, hiding out in Turkey, who helped police.
He was one of the principal distributors of these devices. And,
wow.
you know, realistically, he's over there living the high life, making a whole heap of money from selling drugs into our country, and he has unwittingly put handcuffs on all of his mates.
Oh, he did it unwittingly. Wow, get owned.
How would he be feeling right now?
I would suggest probably a bit nervous.
Yeah.
Should he come home and maybe hand himself in?
I would really encourage him to go to the embassy or turn himself in
Oh my God, he's not been caught?
so that he can be...
I don't think he's going to come home. Because now, even if he thought, oh, you know what, I'm just going to go serve my time. I don't think your buddy's in jail. that you gave you the, hey, download this app, bro. It's really cool. I don't think they're going to appreciate it.
Dealt with properly.
The Anom app was installed on specially modified Google Pixel phones, which gave users an encrypted platform to secretly operate on the dark web. It was accessed by inputting a code into the phone's calculator. Users would then pay a subscription to use the service.
They paid to get caught.
Gave us the capability to access, decrypt and read real-time messages that were involved in organised crime. So some smart people in the AFP actually created this app that enabled us to do that decryption and to cipher those messages off.
Did you realise how big it could get?
Globally, we've ended up with about 12,500 devices that have been active. Domestically, there are about 1,100 devices that have been active in Australia, which we've been monitoring.
Most of them are not in Australia.
It really did get quite large.
Were you surprised by how brazen the communications were? Was there any effort to disguise what they were talking about, or just take me through that?
No, we're actually very surprised at how...
What's kind of funny is I assumed this would be mostly about, like, Australia's most elite police force. Instead, it's about these, like, nerds that made an app,
implicitly,
which is fascinating.
They trusted the platform and the actual application. Usually in the criminal underworld, they code everything and they're very careful about who they talk to and how they say things. This was a no-holds barred affair. They spoke very explicitly about what they were doing, to the point where we had no doubts about what was going on. 12 months ago, we were monitoring
A Trojan horse.
40,000 messages in a 2-week period. Now we're actually intercepting 2.7 million in a fortnight. So it's
kind of too many. How do you even...
a very large number, and globally we're looking at more than 25.
What's interesting now is with the advent of AI, you know, they could feed those 2 million messages through an AI bot and have it, you know, be like, hey, pick out the ones that are relevant. You know, 'cause I'm sure out of the 2 million, most are like stupid. You know, the criminals are sending memes to each other. It's like, disregard this.
A million messages that have been communicated purely for organised crime.
Wow.
Operation Ironside was so significant, the Prime Minister this morning stood side by side with the AFP and the FBI to reveal its existence.
This is a watershed moment in Australian law enforcement history.
Commissioner, if it was so effective, why reveal its existence now? Why not let it run?
Yeah, part of it has to do with legal authorities and also just the scale and the speed of the organised crime and the threats to life and the harm that was being done. It was an operational decision made jointly with all of the international partners.
The threats we face are too diverse and too complex for any one organisation to tackle alone.
In effect, you and the FBI created a telco company, didn't you? A small telco company.
That's correct, yes.
And they
Taco? Am I hearing this right?
fell for it hook, line and sinker.
Yeah, we really got them on this one.
Okay, no. Talker company? Whatever. I could not understand that word. I thought they were saying, oh, yeah, we made an app and then we made a taco company. You know, they all went and got tacos and that's how we caught them.
There's no doubt Ironside has been a major blow to international organised crime.
Wow.
3.7 tonnes of drugs has been seized, as well as almost $45 million in cash. In Australia alone, 21 separate murder plots were interrupted and prevented.
From what we understood and
Damn.
how we understood the messages that were coming across our platform, these were planned attacks to actually assassinate or kill people.
Oh my God.
Due to mostly drug rivalries.
Crime syndicates around the world have taken a hit. What would be your message now? They're going to have to come up with other methods, aren't they?
They will. Look, and funnily enough, before I just came in here for this interview, we had a person just walk into the station and say, "You've got me cold, I'm handing myself in." So these people know what they've said on these devices. They know what they've done, and we know what they've said and done as well. So if we haven't come and knocked on your door yesterday or today, we're coming for you.
Shit.
Genius. Yes, the arrests here in Australia are just the beginning. As the rest of the world wakes up tonight, we'll see how far this operation has gone towards dismantling organised crime on a global scale.
Hell yeah. Well, job well done. That's pretty cool. I guess the only flip side to it is it's a little bit scary as far as privacy, you know? It's like you really never know what the feds are up to and what they're capable of. It's like, it's kind of creepy to know I could download an app and it's actually the government spying on me, even though I'm not the guy they're trying to spy on. But I guess this one in particular was like distributed only to mostly criminals somehow, like the phones were. That is wild. That was really fascinating. Definitely had nothing to do with what I said at the beginning about the most weaponized SWAT team. But hey, that's what you get when you react to videos that you haven't seen. So that was really fascinating. Thank you for watching. See you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.